What is up, guys? I am Samuel and welcome back to Louisiana. So today, I am kind of sad to say this, but if you notice, it is very wet and rainy. So we're gonna have to think a little outside the box for today's video, but it's gonna be exciting, so let's get into it. Yeehaw! Alright, well, as you notice, it's really rainy outside. So I was thinking, what can I do for my video today? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to light paint. It's actually pretty easy and you might already know how to do it. It's not hard to figure out, but I think I have something cool to make a video about, so let's go show you how to do it. Alright, so the first tip you need to know is that light painting definitely works the best with darker photos. So this is my current setup. My subject is this little Rubik's Cube here. I'm gonna have the camera here and you're gonna see the Rubik's Cube and you're gonna light paint. That's why I have this dark colored blanket back there. So it will appear completely black in the photo. Hopefully it'll be completely black. It might be kind of grayish, but that will be okay. So I'm gonna set my camera up and I'm gonna show you guys how I do this light painting effect. Alright, so I am currently filming on my GoPro, but this is the setup we currently have. I have my G7X right here, the subject there, and the dark colored background. If you look at the G7X, I have it zoomed in, so the only thing you see in the photo will be hopefully pretty dark in the end result. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the photo. I don't know if you can tell looking at the screen, but my blue is slightly underexposed, and it's gonna be that way in the end. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a flashlight, I'm gonna flip it up towards the blue side of the cube to get a little light out of there. I'm gonna quickly go back and just make some random shapes with the flashlight, and that will give the light at the back of the photo. I'm gonna show you a previous attempt I did at this and what it looked like. So this right here is a earlier photo I took just like this, except in portrait mode. And we're gonna pretty much be recreating that except in landscape mode to get a little wider range. And we're gonna do the exact same thing. I'm just gonna take my phone flashlight, go back here, make some random shapes, and that will give that nice light painting effect. And that is what we want. So let's see how this turns out. First thing we need to do is turn all the lights out to get as dark of a photo as we can, except for the cube, which is just what we want to be illuminated. Alright, so let's talk about the actual light painting effect. That comes from a long exposure shot, and then you move a light around in the background of your scene, and it gives you these nice light trails that appear in the final photo, and you don't see anything other than the actual light. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shoot at probably about a 1.3 or 1.6 second exposure, run the light around behind the camera real quick, and that should be all that I need. So let's give it our first shot. Alright, so we turned the lights out, and I'm shooting at about an ISO 6000 right now. So I apologize for how grainy the video is, but the only light source I have right now is my phone. We're gonna turn on my camera and put a 1.3 second exposure. Okay, so exposure is set at 1.3, f-stop of 2.5 because I am kind of zoomed in. ISO is really low because I like those really crisp photos. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna take a photo, flip my phone light up right there just to illuminate the blues, and then just make some random patterns in the background. And that is all we need to get that light painting effect, so let's try it out. So we just got the first photo. This is what it looks like. I do need to maybe increase my black point in post. I'm shooting this in RAW, so I can correct my colors a good bit. But the first photo actually looks really good. So we're just gonna go with this. Alright, so I just got my photo onto my computer, but there's one thing I didn't tell you guys. So when you're shooting at a long exposure, pretty much anything over maybe a fifth of a second, you need to have your camera absolutely as steady as possible and your subject, because any movement will result in your photo not being perfectly crisp. So what I do is I shoot at a 2-second delay. So what that means is after I press the shutter button, the camera waits 2 seconds to take a picture, so that ensures there's no shake from me pressing the button at all. This is a photo I just got. It was shot at a 1.3 exposure, 1.3 second exposure, and the background is not completely dark. If you zoom in, you can kind of see a little gray. I don't know if you can see it on film, but that is what it looks like. It actually turned out pretty good, except for that. If I put it in post and I increase my black point, that will take care of this. I did shoot it in RAW, so I can do whatever I want to with my colors, but that is how you light paint. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your grandmother if you think she likes photography, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.